Everyone's the
That's
center
right.
of the universe now. This is the problem we've got. And I think they live in such a comfortable existence, which we all do in the West
Mhm.
now, let's be even the worst of it. They have to find a way to be a victim. And
That's
you
right.
look how they treat minorities like they're their pets, you
No,
know?
it's really bizarre behavior. I don't come from that. I don't come from that. So I don't understand it. And it's not activism. That is not activism. Activism is when you create a space where we all can like sort of have equal rights, human rights. I don't think you don't want me to have the same rights. Of course you do. And that's not the case. The case is that they're overriding other people. You can't come in and take space over. You got to actually talk to the other people and say, hey, wait a minute, we're ladies too. But how can we make it so you're comfortable and we're comfortable? But they're not having that conversation. They're just like, wham.
But that's the other thing, isn't that's where self-ID is a problem. Before, I
That's
don't think
right.
many women cared if a transsexual,
That's
trans
right.
woman used the toilet. I don't think they gave a shit because they knew someone that's gone through the process. They've done everything they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they might not want to run a 100-meter race against them, but that's another fucking problem. you know, but they just got on, and
Mm-hmm.
now you've got women that look like me with the same original equipment that I have, going, oh, I need access to your rape crisis centre, your women's
That's right.
refuge, your toilets, your sports. And when a woman says, oh, I don't fancy that, it's like, you
Mm-hmm.
bigot, you monster.
That's right.
I've had that debate about trans women offenders in women's prisons.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first thing they tell me is, but they're women, so they should be there. I'm like, yeah, but they're male.
Mm-hmm.
Males are dangerous. These are not nice people. They're in fucking prison. Nice
Mm-hmm.
people don't often go to prison,
You're right.
especially for sexual offences.
Right.
But it's like I'm asking. Well, they said, well, what about their dignity? I'm like, I don't fucking care about their dignity. I'm sorry. But they don't attack many people. It's like, how many is it before it's a problem?
That's right. That's a good point right there. That's
But they
right.
don't care. They don't care. It all
Nope,
comes
they
round
don't.
to, I'm special. I'm a victim.
That's
Do
right.
everything I want, or you're literally killing me. I wish they'd learn what that fucking word meant. That pisses me off so much. Literally.
Literally, I know.
It's like, no, I'm
Actually,
literally
you're not.
not.
Yeah, you're literally not killing them. That's so excellent.
I'm not hurting you at all.
I'm not even touching you, actually.
It's just words. They're just words. Can't we just get past this? And
No, we can't because it's smart of them. Do you know what they're doing? It's smart. They're actually really they've actually created a space where you can't have conversation. And when you try to have conversation, they literally call you transphobe, turf, whatever the fuck else they're calling these days. I don't even know. I'm a trans medicalist. Whenever you don't so what they
oh,
did is they
trans scum,
created
trans
I'm trans scum.
scum.
That's
There
what I
we
am,
go.
trans
There we go.
scum. Like, how fucking rude is that? I took it up my ass 25 years ago for these people, and they're literally calling me these names. I'm like, wow, that's when I knew our community is no longer a community. So I want people out there to understand that I'm not part of that mix. I don't understand this new ideology. I don't understand the trans umbrella thing. It's great. I think it's awesome that kids can find their space now. They can be non-binary, da 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 da, whatever they need to be. But that said, don't come into my space because my space is different than that space. I literally had a sex change. They don't like that. I say I had a sex change. They
No.
hate it. They
Well, of
know
course they
it's like,
don't.
why? Why do you hate it?
I
Why?
think Magdalene Burns said about that, Alex. Again, I don't remember his surname. I've been reading about you and doing a website all day. All the other shit's just fallen out of my head. But Alex Drummond, there we go. He's a man that wears a dress that you have to call a woman or you get whatever.
Get in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember Magdalene Burns with that wicked way she had about her. She said, Alex doesn't want to have a sex change. He's frightened. She went, well, of course you are. They cut your cock off. And that's what they want it all. They want it all.
They want that.
All I see is, I'm going to be honest with you, with these people, is men finally finding a way to tell lesbians they have to sleep with them. That's a lot of what I see. And we saw a video, we showed it on the show. She was a young girl, she was like 19 or 20. And she just said, I don't really like cock. She was a lesbian, of course she doesn't, you know.
Of course she doesn't, right.
She was brutalized until she apologized in tears. And I mean, she was brutalized by these people online, and she put another video up. She was crying, she was apologizing, saying she was wrong. Because sexuality must be erased. It's got to be same gender attraction so that men can move in. Now, I never used to see much from trans men, because usually that's people becoming blokes, and blokes don't usually behave like that. You just fucking crack on.
That's right.
You know,
we just leave it.
Yeah. But now, after reading through your feed, I'm like, oh shit, they're the same.
They are. They are.
And I feel like telling someone, it's like, this is not how to be a man. I'm gonna.
You should say that.
You're manning wrong. This is not.
You're manning up.
This is not what we do. You know, you don't sit around bitching at people. You just go out there. You talk at the urinals and piss on each other's shoes, and you just
totally. I love it. Oh my God, totally, man. It's the most amazing thing being a dude. That's what I do. I totally hang out with dudes in the fucking bathroom. No one's ever complained. You have to understand that it's a different space for trans women.
Of course.
Look at me. I look like a dude. I walk the world. No one gives a shit. It's much harder, I think, for a man to become a woman. But that said, so what I'm called is a transsexual person who passes, right? Passing is the thing, which I wanted to achieve. I didn't want to look part woman, part man. I wanted to always look like a man. So I pass, but I make a huge effort to do this. You know that. I work out in the gym. I really make myself look as masculine as possible, because that's what I want the world to see. Now we have people in our community who don't have any desire to look the opposite gender. They just want to be that. I don't understand that. That is not my space. I don't know. But what I do say to them is, then you can't get pissed off when someone calls you she and you're a he, but you look like a she. You have to have some form of understanding and logic when you deal with the world. And the world sees a woman, they're going to say she. Even though your pronouns are he and they might see a she and they might say she until you correct. But people are getting their shit all up in a space when someone misgenders, yet they're not making an effort to sort of take the same space that I did, which is to look male. No one ever calls me she anymore. They just, unless they want to be a dick. But other than that, no one calls me a she. So I don't know. That's the issue on some level that I have. I just feel like there's not this desire to sort of help people.
Even if trans women, the modern trans is so hard, because I always feel like I'm offending some of the trans people that follow me. They're decent people, but I always feel bad because it's like I'm poking them, and they're not the people I'm getting at.
You're not.
But you know what? Collateral damage happens. I can't fucking help that. You know.
I know.
But it's if they even made the effort. You know, number one, want to look like shave the fucking beard off.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't, because all the trans women friends I have are total women. They look what they want to be. They would never have a beard. So I honestly, I do,
it's forcing,
no disrespect for any. I just don't understand it, and I want to. So what I'm saying is this: I don't understand it as a transsexual person, but what I want people to understand in the trans community, people who are choosing not to pass, you cannot get pissed off at the rest of the world, because this is how we see things. We see things black. We see gender. I see gender. I see male and female. That's where my brain works. That's where most people's brain works. So when you don't look female, and you're not even trying to look female, how can you expect the world to just be like, not be okay with that? They're just not going to be okay. Maybe in 2040 they might, but now people are still just sort of trying to understand what trans is. And now trans is something I don't even know. Honestly, ask me what trans is. I couldn't give you a definition because I don't even know what it is anymore. I don't know.
I didn't know what it meant before. And now it just means a load of whiny arseholes to me. I'm going to be honest
totally.
just every time you
That's
log
the
in.
other part.
Yeah, every time you log in Twitter. And of course, I can't help myself. I just have to jump straight in feet first. And
and
there's
I
loads
love reading your shit.
Angry kids. I just can't help it. I have to say
I know.
what I think. And I'm not going to lie, the angrier they get, the more I
Yep,
enjoy
they
it.
push you. That's
Because
right. That's why the whole thing is so stupid. Because if they don't want to fix things, my friend, they want to
no,
argue with you. They want to be dicky. They don't want to create change. They're so full of shit. That TRA shit. No way. They do not want to create change. Because if they wanted to create change, they would see the type of work I've done for 20 years, and I've created a shit ton of change. Let me tell you. That said, it's because I literally went into it coexisting. I never pushed on you. I never said, fuck you, I'm a dude if you don't like it. I never said that. I said, yeah, I used to be a lady, and yeah, blah, 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 explaining myself. And then everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, because I was logical and like literally like, this is how it is, dude. So, whatever those people are doing today, they are making a big mess out of something that is going to be detrimental to not only me, but to youngsters, to the future of the transgender community. And I'm very scared. I'm scared for the future.
that's